Time out of your day to join us. You're here listening to Chisme y Chords, where faith, music, and real conversations connect. And I am your host, Mercedes Renee. And Almisa is going to be taking a break today, for she has some things going on today. So we wish her well, and she will be joining us back tomorrow. Today we have the beautiful and amazing Miss Audrey Navarro, and she
Oh,
is
thank
a
you.
Yes, absolutely. And she is a Christian artist, and we are so elated and honored that you took the time out of your busy schedule to join us. So thank you for that. And
Oh,
let
well,
us
thank you for
know,
having me.
absolutely, and let us know what is going on in the world of Audrey Navarro at the moment.
Well, I'm just busy working. I work with children. When I'm not singing, I work with children. I've
Wonderful.
worked with children for years.
Mhm.
Um, I stay busy with my 9-year-old. I have a little girl named Stephanie, and she's 9. She just turned 9 in June. And then
Wow.
I'm married to
Well,
Eloy.
okay.
Yeah. And we've been together 18 years.
Well, girl, that is
So
a testament in itself, because
it
marriages
is.
unfortunately do not last in this business nowadays.
You're right.
I am so happy for you guys.
Well,
And
thank you.
yeah, of course. And core values and Christian values have a lot, and walking the godly line, and just having
Absolutely.
God in your life, and just staying steady in faith has a lot to do with it, I'm sure. So I just
Absolutely.
love that for you guys, and I love that you guys are holding steady and holding strong. And I just love to hear when people are married for more than 10 years, more than 15 years, more than 25 years,
Right.
more than 50 years. Because let me tell
Absolutely.
you, girl, let me tell you, I've been single for more than 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, because I feel like the dating scene is so toxic, and
Yes.
I feel like I'm such a lover. And when I love somebody so hard. And I
Absolutely.
feel like nobody believes in monogamy, and nobody believes in the 17 plus years, or nobody believes in
Right.
the forever, and nobody believes in just being with one person. And it's so
Yes.
disheartening. So I feel like if I am going to put myself out, it's hard for me to put myself out there, because I don't want to
Yes.
be misled, or I don't want my feelings in there if it's not going to be reciprocated. And I'm such
Absolutely.
a Bible thumper that I want somebody who's going to be in the godly line with me, and
Mhm.
that's even hard to find. So it's hard for me
Yeah.
to put myself out there. So I
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned that, and one of my best friends, she's been single, and she talks about, meeting a good guy. And I tell her, look for a good Christian man. God will send you someone in his time.
absolutely,
Let
absolutely.
it be his will. And but she says, I try to date and they just want one thing, and it is very toxic. They just want one thing, or if you try to get on like a side or anything like that. She's like, I just want a good guy that's gonna love me for me. And I said, God will send him in his time. He will. Just be patient, you know.
Absolutely.
So
And I
you're
and my
right.
kids, I have two boys. I have a 28-year-old fixing to be 29, and then I have a 22-year-old. And they're
Oh
always telling
wow.
me, like, "Mom, are you ever going to be with somebody?" I said, "Listen, God is
Yeah.
himself is going to have to come sit on the edge of my bed in his chanclitas and all, and tell me that this is
Absolutely.
the man for me." I said,
Yeah.
because it's just hard. Like, nobody, I feel like nobody is truthful anymore. Nobody,
Yeah.
like, it's just all facades. Like, they're all false. And I can't,
Mhm.
like, I just can't put myself out there. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too fragile, if that makes a sense. If that
No,
makes,
yeah, no,
you know
that's
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I feel
It's
like when
true.
you're, like, really walking the line of faith, and you're really walking the line of God, I feel like we're
Yeah.
so fragile that if somebody does you remotely wrong, even a little bit, and you're walking
Yes.
that faith, it, like, really crushes your spirit. And so I
Yeah.
feel like I can't put myself out there when it's
Yeah.
crushed.
It's really hard to trust people nowadays. You know what I mean? And what their intentions are. And especially with you having kids. I mean, I know they're grown and stuff,
Yeah,
but you just never know. And you want someone good that's gonna love you for you and take care of you. You know what I mean? Not
absolutely.
someone that just wants one thing. And and I had um my parents as a great example for me. They just celebrated 48 years.
Oh, I love it.
So 2 more years, they want to do a 50th anniversary, a big one. We'd like to do that for them.
I
Yeah. So
love
they were a
that.
great example growing up. I mean, my dad's always hugging and kissing her, and they're always holding hands everywhere they walk. And I was like, oh, come on, guys. But my dad said, you know what? Would you rather see us fighting and arguing? I said, no, you're right. You're right. So I had great examples growing up, and they love each other so much already. I was like, wow, 48 years, because people don't stay together like that anymore. They
I
really
know.
don't.
I know. My parents would still be married if they were still alive. Both my parents were deceased. So I
You know?
feel like I myself had great examples. So I feel like
Yeah.
I want to see that replicated like in my,
Yeah.
longevity of the rest of my life. And it's just so difficult and hard. And but again, this podcast is not about me. This podcast is about
No,
you.
you're fine. You're fine.
No. So I'm again, let's turn it back around to you that
Yes.
I'm just so happy that you have this longevity of a marriage and family and it's just
Yes,
Christian
ma'am.
based. You have good examples and it's just
Oh,
I love that so much for you. And I
yes,
just know
ma'am.
that it's gonna be a rest of your lifer. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
just because you have those core values. I'm so
Yes.
happy for you. So,
I'm
so
in
happy.
for life.
Yeah, glad. I'm glad.
So,
That's amazing. That's
yes,
amazing. I'm
ma'am.
so happy for you. And
Yes.
let's talk about Heather, another lifer, and not
Yes.
in a sense of relationship, but in a sense of a work relationship because
Yes.
she is such an amazing soul and she
Yes.
is for all her artists. Like anybody
Yes.
that comes in the path of Miss Heather is is so lucky because she loves everybody that crosses her path, whether
That's
it's
true.
business,
Yes.
whether it's friends, whether it's whatever. She
Yes.
really truly embraces them and she loves them and she will rock with you 100%. Like she will push
Absolutely.
you and she will love you and she will put your stuff
Yes.
out there and she will make sure that you feel loved and you know that you as an artist are going to be taken care of. So I am so happy
Yes.
that you're rocking with Heather because
Oh,
she is
yeah.
so amazing. She is so, so amazing.
Yeah. She's helped me a lot. And I've known Heather for years when
Mhm.
she was still Adrian. That's how long I've known her.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, we
And
go
she
way
was
back.
beautiful she
I
was
met,
beautiful as Adrian.
yeah, well, I met her as Adrian, in a singing competition. I believe it was called San Angelo Star Search or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And I was living in Midland, which I'm still living in Midland.
Uh-huh.
And she was in San Angelo, and that's where we met. I believe at the time she was 16,
Mhm.
16. I was 19, I believe. We were young. We were really young because this month I'm already gonna be 41.
Okay.
So it's been a while. And yeah, and she's always believed in me and my music. And I got so busy with life after I kind of pushed it to the side. I still sing often with my family
Mm.
because my parents are very musically inclined. They have their own band, and it's called Vida Nueva, New Life. So I've been
Okay.
singing since I was little. And when I met her there, I believe when I came to visit in Midland, she was trying to contact me, and then I was trying to contact her at the same time. So
Uh-huh.
finally, we got a hold of each other, and we started talking again, and we've been friends ever since. And she would always tell me, "Hey, you need to pursue your music, and um, be more, how do I say, like, put your music out there, you
Yes.
know?" And I was still singing and stuff, but life happened and I had my daughter. I'm married, and but I mean, I still sing at church and stuff, and then with my family as well. We go places and we minister at different places, and we'll actually be ministering soon in San Angelo, and I think
Oh,
it's at the convention center, if
uh-huh.
I'm not mistaken.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah, but I've known Heather for years. It's been a long
I
time, but she's always supported my music. Always been there. She's great at promoting, and not just with me, with all her artists that are under
absolutely.
her.
Mhm.
Yes,
Absolutely
super
100%.
sweet and great family as well. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, she's an amazing soul for sure. She
Yeah.
said that she's so happy about this new musical era for
Yes,
Audrey. And then she says
yes,
she loves us both so much. And we love you too, Miss Heather, for sure. Absolutely.
yes. I love you. Yes. Thank you so much for everything.
So how do you as an artist, as a Christian artist, ensure that your music remains theologically sound and aligns with your beliefs?
Um, you know what I think it is? Because I know God has never left me nor forsaken me. And growing up in Christian music, it's
Mm,
always been in me. And my parents, showing me an example, like, you know what, God gave you this talent, let's do it for Him. You know what I mean? And they showed me that since I was little. I've always been in church.
yeah,
And then just seeing that as growing up. And then I also know the other side to it too, because like my dad, he used to play in clubs and stuff like that back in the day before he got saved. And he would always tell me, like, you know what? God gave you this talent, you sing for the Lord, you know? And they've always been great examples in that area as well. And I've always stayed true. Like I'll sing at weddings and quinceañeras. If it's for a wedding, I sing love songs and stuff like that.
sure.
But usually it's always at church when I sing. Because I'm grateful for God. Like everything that I have is because of God, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I
Yeah.
thank Him for everything. He's been so good to me and He's never left me and He's
Or for
amazing. So,
singing you, for sure. Absolutely.
yeah,
I always say on this podcast that I always love when people know what their God given talent is. And
absolutely.
yeah, and you know what your God given talent is. And I
Yes,
love that
ma'am.
so, so much. And you know what your calling is, and that you know that
Yeah,
your voice and your musical talent is your God given calling, that it is your actual calling. And I love that for
absolutely.
you so, so much because everybody has a calling and a God gift in them. I just wish that
Absolutely.
everybody knew how to tap into it or
Yes.
everybody knew that they had it. And our world, I think our world would be so much more not broken or
Yeah.
unbroken. I just feel like it would be so much more peaceful and at peace and, on earth as it is in heaven. And it would just be so much better
Yeah.
if everybody knew how to tap into it. And everybody would be more disciple like, and everybody would be walking the line more of Christ.
Absolutely.
It would just be better.
Yeah.
But with that said, I love that you know what your God given calling is because I sing at my
Thank
church
you.
as well. And
Oh, it's
I am
awesome.
a singer songwriter and I do all that
Oh,
stuff
that's
worship.
great.
Yeah.
You do
And so
worship
I
at
know
your
what
church?
I'm sorry.
Did you say you do worship at your church?
I do. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I
That's
songwrite as well. I've written like 74 songs and I sing as well.
cool.
So I love it. Like I know for a fact that God has given me this calling for purpose.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know for a fact that it's my God-given calling. Like it's
Yeah.
been instilled in me over and over and over and over that this is my calling. So
Right.
it's just like him giving me, affirmations like at 2 o'clock in the morning with a song. Like he wakes me up with a
Yeah.
song. Like, hey, you write this
Yeah.
down. I'm like, yes, sir. And I'm like
There
on
you
pen and paper.
go.
So
No,
it's like,
absolutely. Yeah, I've
yeah,
been prophesied. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times. And it always comes back to music. You need to be doing
absolutely,
music, stay in line, focus on the Lord. It's always come back to that. And even
absolutely.
recently, at my church that I've been going to already for a few years, they want me to do praise and worship there. And I've just been holding off and holding off. And then just recently at church, they told me a man prophesied to me, and it was about singing. You know what you got to do, and what God has been calling you to do. I said yes. So soon I know that I will be up there singing at the church
Yes,
again, doing praise and worship. So
there's nothing better than being up there and allowing the people in the congregation to feel what you feel when you're
yeah,
praising the Lord and allowing them
absolutely,
just to feel God's presence like you feel it.
absolutely.
There's nothing better than feeling that feeling and
No,
allowing them to raise their hand while you're raising your hand,
yeah,
worshiping God and the
yeah.
angels of heaven. There's nothing better than feeling that sensation and just
Right.
feeling.
And yeah, there's nothing better than feeling God's presence and being in His presence. You
Yes,
know what I mean? all the
Absolutely. I'm
time.
so
Oh, I love
excited
it.
for
Yes.
you. I'm so excited for you. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, when you face creative blocks or burnout, how do you seek spiritual and artistic renewal?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
When you face creative blocks or burnout, how
Hmm.
do you seek spiritual and artistic renewal?
You know what? Um, I pray a lot.
Hmm.
And if I feel like at night, for some reason, I tell my family sometimes I get anxiety at night and I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. And I know, it can be the enemy coming to attack me and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And because, it knows your weakness. The devil knows your
Oh,
weakness. And,
absolutely.
and at night is when, I read my Bible. No one else knows what you're going through and what you battle and stuff. But that's when I feel when it comes to me more at night, and I say, you know what, God wants me to read my Bible. I need to read my Bible, and I do. I start reading my Bible. I have the app on my phone as well, and I'll wake up and I'm just laying there, and I'll be going through my app or praying and stuff like that, and I calm down when I feel a certain way, and I know it's just the enemy trying to attack. The enemy will try to attack anyone, especially when you're a child of God
Yeah.
and you're, he knows,
The
he knows
line.
your weakness and stuff like that. Yeah. And usually when you're not in the Lord's will, he don't worry about you. He's just like, oh, whatever, they're doing whatever. But when you're trying to focus on the Lord is when it comes and tries to attack you
Yeah. I
in
think. Yeah.
different areas of life. But yeah,
Yeah.
when I'm having that or having blockage, or I try to just focus on God and pray and just focus on the Lord, and then I get back on track again. Just reading the Bible. That's what helps me for sure. That's what I recommend. I actually had a friend message me the other day at night, and I think they had someone that passed away, and they were going through like a depression and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? I feel like God's telling me to open your Bible, read your Bible, and pray. I said, that'll bring peace to your life. It always helps me, and it brings me peace, and it actually, I go to sleep peacefully when I do that. I'm able
Um,
to sleep at night better when I pray and I just focus on the Lord.
yeah.
Absolutely, I recommend that. Yes,
Awesome. I love that so, so much.
yes,
So,
ma'am.
who would you say are your biggest influences, both in the Christian community and in the broader artistic world?
Hmm. Let me see. I would say, a big influence in my life besides my parents, because you know how I said they always
Sure.
have stayed in Christian music and have shown me that growing up. Besides them, I'd say I listened a lot to Jackie Velasquez. I grew up listening to her.
Love Jackie
And
Velasquez.
me too, me too. And I would sing like all her songs. I had soundtracks to like every single song, from like Un Lugar Celestial,
Oh
from
my
to her
God, it's one
newer
of my
music.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, and Speak for Me. Like I had all those songs, and I would sing those songs at church. And she was just such an inspiration to me because I just loved her music, and I thought she's so pretty, stuff like that. And then, which I'm not sure if Heather mentioned that I got to record with her musicians. So that was also like something great for me because she was my inspiration as well. And then growing up listening to her for years, and then come to find out, well, I don't know if you've heard of Crystal River, the
I have.
group, Christian group.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah.
brothers, I think. Well, they came up to my parents and told them, "Hey, you know what? I think you need to send Audrey to meet David Velasquez. He's the dad of Jackie Velasquez. We
Yeah.
need to put her out there." And I was 14 at the time, actually, and I got to meet her, and then her musicians recorded for me as well. And we did the recording in Nashville.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we did the recording in Nashville, and her musicians played for me. We did some of the recording. We did two songs, I believe, and Every Time I Pray in Nashville, and then we did the rest of my CD in San Antonio. So, I
Wow.
mean, she was my inspiration since I was little, you know, always sang her songs. And then finally, when I got to meet her, I was like, wow, this is from God. You
For
know,
sure.
he
Yeah.
opened the doors for me. And that was awesome being
That's
able to do that with her
amazing.
family. And yeah,
That's
for sure.
amazing.
But yeah, she's always been my inspiration. I love Nikki Leonte, Crystal Lewis. Who else? Nicole C. Mullen, the CeCe
Yeah.
Winans. I love all of them. I love it all.
Girl, I could throw down
Yes.
on some CC Wine, girl. I
Oh,
love me
beautiful.
CC. Yes, I love me some
Absolutely.
Lauren Daigle. I
Yes.
love me some, of course, Elevation Worship. I love it
Oh, yeah.
all. Like they are
Yeah. Me
so
too.
such beautiful
Yes.
singers. Just I could just all day long just go and go
Yes.
and go.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
constantly listening to music.
yes, yes. I
Yeah.
don't listen to secular music much, but
Yeah.
I would say like if it was secular music, I would have to say it would be like maybe like Journey, like back in the day, like Journey, like old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Like,
something like
yes, yes.
that.
I'm
But
an old soul, so I liked
I like
like the
Etta James.
Eagles.
Yeah,
Uh,
like hmm
my friends will say like, "What are you listening to? Like, this is
the
boring."
same like
But
Journey. Yeah,
I love that music. Like, you know, I heard it also growing up too, and I just like the old music or oldies and stuff like that. So,
yeah. Like I like
you
Etta
know, like,
James.
yeah, they don't make music like that anymore. It's all like
All
what is
trash.
that? A lot of
Yes.
it's trash. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
a lot of
Yeah,
cussing, a lot of talking
yeah, I
about
don't like that.
sex, and I don't like that. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no.
I'll pass.
Absolutely.
I'll stick
Yeah.
to my
When
Christian
you know,
music.
I'm strict with my daughter on that and what she's listening to. And I'm like, what is that? And then she's like, oh, no, no, it's something bad. I said, okay. Cause she knows we don't listen to words, the songs that have cuss words and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Cause I don't
yeah,
show her that. I don't want her to hear that. You know, mama doesn't listen to that. You're not listening to that either. You know, we're going to listen to worship music. So, yeah, no, we do a lot of K Love in my car or my
all
Spotify.
right, right, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm even a supporter of Caleb as well. So,
Oh, I love that.
yes,
I love.
man.
I would, I wish Jackie Velasquez would put out a new album.
Oh, me too. Me too. Have you heard, what is it, the Dale Praise? Her new one?
No, no. Did she
That's
put
her
out a new
newest
one?
one that I know of. I can't remember
Okay,
the name of the guy that sings with her. Heather's probably like, I know who it is, and I can't remember right now. It'll come to me later. But yeah, you need to listen to her Dale Praise.
okay. I'll
It's
have to
good.
listen to it for sure, for
It's
sure.
moving. Yes.
Okay. So, how do you view your role in leading or discipling others through your art of music?
Yes. You know what? Like when I'm working, I'm constantly trying to talk about God and trying to lead people, you know what I mean? Like I recently graduated from Kingdom School from the church just so I can get more of a feel and learn more about Bible and stuff like that. Because a lot of people, you know, they're in church for years, but they also struggle with having to learn the Bible and having to remember, you know. Like my
Yeah,
mind is sometimes everywhere and I forget like, oh, what about this story? What about this story? But when it comes to like discipleship and stuff like that, like I try to talk to my friends and a lot of people are ashamed nowadays and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about God or but you know, like I told my daughter, I said, never be ashamed. Never be ashamed of the Lord, you know, because you don't want him to be ashamed of you. It does say that in the
absolutely.
Bible that he will spit you out and he will deny you in front of his father. So, you know, I try to lead people and talk as much and mentioning the Lord, just starting off a small conversation
For sure.
and telling them like, hey, you know, like, do you go to church or, you know, like I don't want to be pushy about it either. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. If someone asks me about the Lord, I will definitely lead them and pray for them because that's the way my parents showed me. Never be ashamed, you know. And if they ask you to sing, you do it. Never say no.
right.
And so yeah, I'd say, you know, never be ashamed of the Lord when it comes to ministering to someone. You know, do it. You know, pray for them if they need prayer. Do it. Pray for them. And at work, you know, I talked to even to my boss about it. You know, and kind of just bring it up, hey, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? Or a lot of people come to me and ask me advice, and I say, you know what, I'm not perfect. I said, but I will pray for you, as much as possible, and just kind of talk to them, or if they're going through something, try to counsel them as
Yeah,
much as
for
possible,
sure.
but
Absolutely. Nobody.
I'm a people person, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I'll be one of the first ones to come up to you and befriend you, or talk to you. And I'm not really embarrassed when it comes to stuff like that,
I
you
love
know?
it. I love it. And nobody is perfect. The only person who is perfect is
Absolutely.
Jesus himself. Jesus himself. And if
Absolutely.
anybody tells you that they're perfect, I'm sorry, but they're not.
They're not.
The
They're
only
not.
person who is
Absolutely.
perfect is Jesus Christ himself. That is it.
Yes.
Point blank, period.
Absolutely. Yeah, and
So,
I've had people ask me too, as far as like, well, you don't have any problems, or you? And I said, no, 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 no. Everyone has problems. You know
mhm,
what I mean? You might not see it, or you might not know it because I don't mention like everything that I go through. I said, but you
yeah,
know what? No one is perfect, but
right.
God has led me here, and I'm still here today. Gracias a Dios. You know,
Yes.
and but yeah, for sure. And what were you going to say? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I love that. I love your answer. What do you think is the biggest misconception that people have about Christian artists?
uh, maybe that we're judgmental. I don't know.
Maybe.
I
Yeah,
never
I
really
can
think
see that.
about that. Or that we're like closed minded, maybe.
I
I
can see
didn't really think about that, but I guess, yeah, I'd probably have to say that. Maybe that we're judgmental, and
that. Mhm.
or that we feel a certain way, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that. Sure.
I'd have to say that. But like I say, people tell me like, oh, well, you're just always listening to Christian music and stuff like that. And I say it's not that I don't love songs. Like I said, it's just a lot of trash nowadays that they put on the radio. So, and it's not, I have a closed mind or anything like that, because like I said, I sing at weddings, I sing at quinceañeras and stuff like that. God is love. So I believe there's nothing wrong with love songs or singing at a wedding and stuff like that, a love
Right.
song, because God is love. He makes you feel love, and he makes you feel a certain way. Like I love my husband. I'll sing to him all the time. And he's like,
No.
yeah, yeah, or
He's
when
like,
we're driving, the music comes on and I'm singing. I was, oh, do you know this song? And he says, well, I don't know. You don't let me hear it. Stop singing. Yeah.
the same way,
But
girl.
it's
Always
constant.
the same.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people think that like, oh, well, you sing, just Christian music, or you're closed minded, or you judge people, and it's not even like that at all. I love everyone. I might not agree with certain
Exactly.
things, or what you think, because we have our different opinions and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that I don't love you and I don't pray for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
100% for sure.
yeah.
So tell me about your song Face to Face. I would love to play that song. So tell me about Face to Face and how it came about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when I wrote Face to Face, I was 13, I believe. And this month, I'm going to be 41. So what
Okay.
is that? Let me see, what, 28 years?
Mhm.
It's been 28 years. And, oh my gosh, I remember sitting in my room actually writing this song, or laying down writing this song. And sometimes when I would write a song, I'd be just around the house or out and about, and a tune would come to me in my head, and I'd start humming or whatever. And then I was like, I like that tone, or I like that rhythm. Let me jot it down. And I'd start writing words or whatever. Or sometimes, even when I was going to write a song, I would pray beforehand, and I'd say, you know what, God, give me the words. Give me the words, or what am I feeling right now? And at
Yeah.
that time, I was young. I was 13, and I just remember writing it down. And I believe I showed my parents the song, and to me, it was kind of cheesy. You know what I mean? I was thinking in my head, you know what? No one's gonna like it. I'm a kid. No one's gonna listen to it. You know, it's a cheesy song. It is very literal because to me, like it was me praising God. That's what my song is about. Praising God, just literally praising God
Yeah.
and lifting my hands up to heaven and thanking him for everything that he's done for me. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what the song is about. Just praising him. And years later, it passed by. And then when I recorded, I was 17. So I went through my book. I had like a binder full of songs that I wrote. And I remember telling my dad, and he's like, "No, you know what? That's a catchy song. You know, let's go through it." And I remember reading him the words, and he's like, "Okay, okay, yeah." And on a piece of the song, it says, "Where does it go?" It has been years. I'm telling you. Um, on a piece of the song, it says, "Oh, let me see. I'm gonna meet you in the clouds someday. I'm gonna see you face to face. I'm gonna praise you for everything you've done. I'm gonna ask you why you did this for me and why you love me so. Something that I'll never know." I want to change that part later on to something that someday I'll know. Because
Nice.
at the time, my mind wasn't open to it. And I just thought, oh, I don't know his love or why he did this for me, um, but it's something that I'll never know. But then my dad told me, you know what? But I believe we're gonna know. When we meet him face to face, God's gonna show us, and He's gonna explain to us, like, why did He do this for us? Because He loved us so much, and we're gonna
Yeah.
know that someday. We're gonna know that when we see Him face to face. I said, okay. So He says later on we're gonna change that part to something that someday I'll know. So later on I'm gonna change that part because on the song it still says something that I'll never know, but we will know, and I do know because God loves us. That's why He did that for us. That's why He paid the price for us. So yeah, that at the time I thought it was just a cheesy song and that it would never make it or no one's gonna like it. But it's actually very catchy. It's a good song. It's a good song.
Okay. Well, with that said, here we go. Here is Face to Face.
Awesome.
For the blessings in our
At the end there was like a little Jackie Velasquez little riff, right?
Yeah, yeah. And my brother is the one that produced that album for me. He's the one that did that album for me. His name's Jerry Navarro Jr. and he's a drummer and he's also a music engineer. So he has a really really good ear when it comes to music. Like he'll hear any little thing that's off, and he's the one that recorded it for me. He says, "Hey, I have my friends. I'm gonna call so and so because he knows all the musicians here in Midland and San Angelo, all over." And he put all the band together for me. He's a drummer on there. He already passed away, but he was a piano player. He's amazing. He was amazing. And yeah, my brother helped me on that, do all my
Wow.
music and arrange all my music. He did really well with that. Yeah. So I'm thankful to my brother. If
Oh,
you're watching this, thank you.
he is actually. Jerry says, "Love you, Audrey," and Miss
No,
Patty says, "Let's go, Audrey."
let's
So he's
go.
here. Yes, I love it so much.
Awesome.
So, what do you think is the most meaningful feedback an artist or a fan has given you this far?
Ooh. Um, Artists are, you know what? I think it's when people have come up to me and kind of said, "Hey, you know what? You inspired me," or "You made me feel a certain way," or you know, I remember growing up in school, and one of this, I feel bad. I can't remember her name, but she says that I'm the one that got her saved because she says, "You know what? You would talk to me about God, and I would hear you singing all the time." And you inspired me and you're what helped me turn my life to Christ. I said, wow. Like I was like, that's amazing for me to be able to help someone out or to inspire someone like that. That's my goal, in life. And that should be our goal in life. If I can get someone saved and in the kingdom of heaven, that's amazing. You know what I mean? That's my goal. And I think that's our purpose here. That's my purpose here on earth as well. God put me here so I can help people follow him and show him who he is and that he loves them and what he's done for me as well. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Miss Mary Ann says, awesome, beautiful. And Miss Heather says, yes, Jerry, amazing producer. He's an amazing
Oh,
producer.
awesome. Yes.
Which song that is out there today, right now, do you wish that you had created yourself?
Ooh, there's a lot of songs.
I know.
Um, oh my gosh, let me see. You put me on the spot, so now let me see. Now I got to think because there's so
Mhm,
many
mhm.
songs.
I know.
There's so many songs. I want to say greater or thankful. I'm trying to
Hmm.
remember how it goes. I hear it on Caleb all the time. I even have it on my Spotify. And it's just because you asked me now I can't remember, but I'm constantly singing it in the car. Um, and then I mean, I know a lot of the old time music as well, like Spanish music. I don't know if you're familiar, like with Marcus Witt or Jesus Adrian
Yep,
Romero, stuff like that.
yep.
Oh my gosh, I love their music. It'd be amazing if I could have created one of those songs
Oh,
or
for
written one of
sure.
those songs, like
Absolutely.
Renuévame. I love it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he wrote that in the shower.
Oh,
He
wow.
tells a story that he wrote that song in the shower when he was showering, that it came to him and he was singing, Renuévame, Señor Jesús, ya no quiero ser igual. In the shower. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
So,
And
yeah, I think
what
that would
it
probably
is.
be, yeah, or Holy Forever. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's good. There's so many good ones out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna play a little game of this or that. Okay. And so
Okay.
you have to choose one or the other. It can't be like
Ooh.
a 50-50 answer. So just one or the other. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So do you like TikTok trends or YouTube videos?
A lot of people will probably disagree with me, but I'm gonna say YouTube because I have
Okay.
YouTube. I gotta say YouTube. I gotta say
Okay.
YouTube.
All right. Binge watch a series or see a movie in theaters?
Ooh. Okay. It has to be one or the other.
It
I'm bad at
does.
this. Let me see. I'm gonna say, I guess, binge watch a series.
Okay. Okay. Music festival or a quiet coffee shop concert?
Um, Probably music festival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here we're going to get biblical now. Face Goliath with only a slingshot or wander the desert for 40 years?
Oh, Goliath with a slingshot. I don't know about me being in the desert. I can't stand the heat. I can't do it. I just ask
Okay.
the Lord for help and give me that slingshot and hopefully aim like he did because
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna say that.
All right. Witness the parting of the Red Sea or see Jesus walking on water?
To see Jesus walking on water.
Amen to that, sister. Amen to that.
Yes.
Have the wisdom of Solomon or have the physical strength of Samson?
Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would do for sure. Be in the lion's den with Daniel or in the belly of the fish with Jonah.
Ooh.
That's a hard one, right?
Well, they both had good outcomes. So I don't know. I don't know about being in the lion's den.
Well, I
I'm
don't know
gonna
about being in
say
the belly of the fish.
I don't know if I'd want to be in the fish either.
You have to pick one.
Uh I guess the the lion's den. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, be a shepherd in the field or a magi following the star.
Ooh. A shepherd in the field or a magi following the star?
Yeah,
I guess a magi following the star.
yeah, yeah. I get that one too. Study the Bible using a daily devotional or an in depth chronological reading plan.
What was the first one again?
Study the Bible using a daily devotional or an in depth chronological reading plan.
Poly devotional plan.
Yeah, okay. Pray out loud in a large group or pray silently on your own.
Mm, Probably pray silently on my own.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, are you asking me pray out loud like where everyone can hear me when no one else is praying out loud
Yeah, probably.
or while everyone is praying?
No, probably out loud while everybody can hear you.
Mm,
So silently.
I don't know. I'd probably say silently. Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, give your time volunteering or donate money to a global ministry.
Mm, Probably volunteering. I mean, if I had money, of course, I'd help globally, but probably volunteering.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't got
It
no
feels
money
more,
right now.
well, no, it's not even that. Yeah, I feel like volunteering is more, I feel
Yeah.
like it's more authentic.
Yeah.
Giving your time, I feel like it's more authentic in my
Yeah.
I know giving your tithes and stuff is what we're
Yeah.
supposed to be
That's
doing, and
different.
that's
Yeah.
normal. That's our normal. But I feel like
Yeah.
volunteering, I feel like that's more
Yeah.
authentic and that's more of us giving our time.
Absolutely. Or
Yeah.
silently
Right, exactly.
giving without
Right,
having exposure. Yeah. I mean,
right.
I've done that before and haven't told anyone about that, or even helping homeless and stuff like that
For
without
sure.
it being
Public.
notified or out there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it for sure. I love it. Can you share a specific moment when your faith was tested and how you overcame it?
Mm, my faith was tested. Let me see. Gosh,
It could be something
really?
small, it could be something big.
You know what? Well, I don't know about being tested because I mean I've always had faith and I've always trusted in God and I know that He's there.
For
You know what
sure.
I mean? But I remember, I mean, it's the smallest thing because I've even given testimony about this when I've gone
Yeah,
to sing places.
for sure.
Um, and I've said that one time I remember my back hurting so bad, just being in so much pain where I was crying in tears. And I remember one time that I think I was working like at Dollar General. I was a cashier there, and then when I wasn't doing the cash register, working at the cash register when we didn't have people, I'd go stock the aisles and stuff like that. And I remember having such bad pain on my back where I could barely even bend down to pick up the cans or whatever any goods
Right.
that I was putting on the shelves. And I remember thinking to myself, like, God, like, why is I have this pain? Like, it's so awful. And it was over me lifting a weight. I learned that was a lesson learned. I never did that again. I was trying to be like the guys and like, hey, you try to lift up this weight and see if you can do it yourself. And me thinking that I'm cool, well, I bent down and lifted this really heavy weight. And I guess the way I bent down, it messed up my back, but not right away. It happened like the next day. And I just remember my back hurting so bad where I was in tears. And I remember my dad we were at home and my mom says, Dad went to go get some burgers for us. I didn't want to eat. And that's not like me because I'm an eater.
Uh-huh.
And I remember he left and he came back and he's like, what's wrong with her? Like, I remember I was crying on the recliner and I said, I can't walk. Like, I was in such bad pain. And I remember specifically them eating at the table and I'm walking to my room. And I sat down on the bed and I remember I said, by your stripes, I am healed. And I said it almost with like a demand, like a command. Like I demanded my healing right then and there. And I think by my faith, like I trusted God right then and that instant because I was in such bad pain. I stood up, the pain was gone completely.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. And when I've told that story before, I've said it might be something small to y'all or nothing really big, but to me at that time I was in such bad pain. I was like, wow. Like I knew right then and there, like, oh, God exists, I'm praying to this higher power over here. And I was like crying with all my heart. And I walk out to the kitchen, I said, I'm healed. God healed me. And my mom's like, what? And I said, God healed me. And she said, wow. She's because you had faith in God. He healed you. Sorry, I'm a crier.
No, you're fine. I
Like for
love it.
everything. And I just remember walking down. I was like, look, I can bend down. I can bend down. And she said, wow, Mia. And I'll never forget that story. And I always tell it all the time. I've told it when I've gone to sing. And I'm like, people probably don't think it's like, well, it's just her bag. But no, God showed me right then and there. He healed me. He healed me. So yeah, I know God exists. And I've felt his presence when I'm at church or worshiping. He's amazing. He's amazing. And he's never left my side, you know?
Just know that no story is too big and no
Yeah,
story is too small.
absolutely. Or too
Just
small.
know
Yeah,
that. Yeah, so just
absolutely.
know that. I need you to know that. So don't think that
Yeah.
that story is too small or too
Yeah,
big or that
no,
it's
absolutely.
just your back. Don't say it's just your back. It's not
Yeah,
just your back. It's God
yeah,
showing you that He's there and He's present
absolutely.
and He has you and
Yes,
He has your back and He's with you and He's walking with you. So please
yes,
don't just think that It's just your
Yes,
backstory
you're so correct.
because
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
a miracle for sure. He has you for
Yeah.
sure.
And also
You
my daughter, she took me 9 years to get pregnant with her. And
oh,
I remember thinking at a time like, wow, I love children so much. Why can't I get pregnant? Like what's wrong with me?
yeah,
Why doesn't God wanna that'd probably be a moment of testing my faith as well. Thinking like, what's wrong? What am I doing something wrong? You know what I mean? So I say she's my miracle baby because she took me 9 years to get pregnant with her. So I was
oh,
definitely tested at that time, but God said at his time, God's timing is perfect. So
absolutely.
she's my baby. Yeah, my miracle baby.
I love that. God is
Yeah.
always on time, girl. He's always
Hmm.
right on time, for sure.
Absolutely.
Sure. Your
Absolutely.
dad and your mom say that they love you, mija.
Oh, I
And
love y'all, mom and dad.
yes, and Mariana Grado says, "What a beautiful story."
Oh, thank you.
So just know that everybody is here listening to your stories, listening to you, and they're all
Absolutely.
loving everything that you have to
Oh,
say.
I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for supporting me.
Absolutely. So tell us how we can help you with your music, where we can find your music, and if you have any merch. And yeah, and then what would you like to tell the listeners and your fans before we log off?
Absolutely. So Heather has helped me so much with Alcantar music. And she's actually putting my music on Spotify this month. Well, we're releasing Face to Face, which y'all just heard today. That will
Yes.
be on Spotify. And I believe she said, uh, don't get mad at me if I forget, October or November, December, around there, that we're gonna see how everything goes, and she's gonna help me put some more songs that I've written, and I believe she wants to do a new one, and maybe record as well. She has an amazing voice as well.
Oh, she
God has
does. Yes, she
blessed her with
does.
an amazing voice. So yeah, we'll probably have music coming out pretty soon, but I know for sure Face to Face this month will be coming out on Spotify. You can also follow me on Late Nights with Audrey. I believe I have some songs on there singing, and then it's just a family channel. It's a Christian channel, so you won't see nothing crazy on there. But you can follow me on there, and hopefully we'll have my music out very soon. And thank you,
Awesome.
Heather, for helping me with
Yes.
Spotify and for believing in me and promoting me as well.
Yes, Heather. Thank you for everything that you do. And she is also Alcantar Music is
Yes,
our sponsor here at Chisme y Chords. So thank you for believing in our vision, and we thank you for
yes,
everything that you do. And so thank you so much for joining us, Miss Audrey.
ma'am.
We,
Thank you for having me.
of course, you are welcome here anytime you drop any music,
Oh,
anytime you're anything. You are welcome here anytime. It
we
has been an absolute pleasure getting to know
really
you.
enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Of course. And thank you again so much for taking the time out of your busy
It
schedule
was
to
so nice meeting you.
you too, you too. And keep in
Thank
touch,
you.
girl. Keep in touch.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yes. And you be blessed.
Yeah, you too, Mama. Thank you so, so much. And you have a
Thank
wonderful and
you.
blessed
You too.
evening.
Your blessings. Bye.
Bye, Mama. Bye. You guys, she is such a beautiful soul. Such a beautiful soul. I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with her, and I thoroughly enjoyed um, interviewing her. I enjoy interviewing Christian artists and just artists in general, just because I like to get to know people, and I like to dig deep into them and just their psyche, and just getting to know what they're about, and their faith, their Christian faith, and not even that, just getting to know their background and getting to know who they are as an individual. And it's just such a blessing to be able to do this. And it's such a blessing to be able to just love on you guys and just let you know that God is truly there with you and is walking with you. And um, he's with you always. And I just want you guys to know that we love you, and thank you for going on this journey with us with Chisme y Chords, and that we thoroughly thank each and every one of you for joining us and watching us and continuing to join us and continuing to watch us. And we love each and every one of you. We want to again thank Alcantar Music for being our sponsor and believing in our vision. And if you would like to be a sponsor, go ahead and reach out to me or go ahead and reach out to Miss Almisa. If you would like to support our stream, go ahead and click on that QR code. And I do have a GoFundMe out there for my cancer journey. It is on my page, my personal Facebook page. It is on the Chisme y Chords page, and it is on Miss Almisa's page. So we love you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.